I'm Ty Evans. I'll be going over my narrated lesson plan with you today. This is my first narrated lesson plan to do, and I'm nervous. So if I mumble or skip over certain things, please forgive me. Now, let's get started. We're supposed to go over assistive technology, and these are a few things that I've been familiarized with. And let's get jumping right into it. Keyboards. I've been associated with keyboards for some time. Keyboards with like certain keyboards that are small or with like braille or some things on there that allows blind people to see or to use. And there's certain things like this. Also, I've been recently acquainted with prosthetics and wheelchairs because my dad, he's recently has been an amputee. He got a leg cut off last year, late July of last year, and so I've been helping him with moving around the house and everyday chores like cleaning up, taking the trash out, things that you would normally do in your everyday life. I have to help him because he's having trouble doing so, and so like him, I gotta get him out the house and everything and get to his truck. Then have to help him get into his truck up from his wheelchair and all that sorts of things. Now he's trying to work on getting his prosthetic, and now I have to help him with that also. And so these are the few things that I've been assisted as far as technology-wise. Okay, next slide. The most experience is my knowledge from the area. I'm currently a kinesiology major, all level kinesiology. I've been around sports for quite some time. I played basketball, football, baseball. I played mostly football throughout my career in school. I won multiple awards in high school. As you can see, All-State, first team All-District, All-Area Offense, All-Northeast Texas. I won it all. I won my last 2 years. I won All-State and All-District first team. I'm currently a student assistant defensive line coach for Texas A&M Commerce. I'm working on my third year. Junior, I still have about three or so semesters left to finish up. I'll transfer from NTCC, which is a community college in Mount Pleasant, Texas. My GPA is 2.75, but hopefully I can get it up to about 3.2 or 3.5 by the time I graduate, and so on. That's about it. And then going to my next slide. My hobbies include coach of defensive line. I've been working with Coach Foskey. He's the full-time defensive line coach here. Been doing that for about 3 years now. I've been able to learn a lot from him as far as recruiting, which I really enjoy, because you kind of get to see a different perspective of different people. You will see like how they see on things, how they get why did you recruit this guy, because based on what tools he has. And you see, when you become a coach, you see a lot of new things as far as like, I think that can help you become a better teacher, because you're around students so much because of being a teacher and being a coach. You learn different ways how people think, how people act, their attitudes, how they do things around each other, and how they do certain things on the field and off the field, and especially in the classroom. In the classroom, we tell the players that it's the most important thing you can have, because the most important thing you can do, because once you get that degree, can nobody take it away from you. The next thing, summer camps. I just started my first year. Last year was my first year working summer camps. I worked on one in Eunice, around here in Commerce. The elite camps we had put on last year, and I couldn't have a chance to go to Houston. I want to go to Houston and do a camp, but I didn't have a chance to go I had to go to work. But yeah, just working some of my camps, trying to get the much experience as I can possible before I start off becoming a full-time coach. And also, other hobbies I include playing PlayStation 4. I just recently got a PlayStation 4 last summer. I enjoy it when I have time, while I'm not studying for class or not going to class or not being at the office. I play Madden online. Decent at it, not too shabby. Play Tomb Raider and Splinter Cell Conviction or Blacklist or whatever Splinter Cell game I can get my hands on. I try to play it. And I just recently started playing slow pitch softball. Just new things, trying to get back and playing baseball, just trying to find something to do. You get bored sitting at the apartment, you're just trying to find new things to do. So hopefully this is going to be a fun thing for me to do. Okay, now next slide, my philosophy. My philosophy into how can I motivate my students better. Technology is a great tool for us to help students learn in so many different ways. You see that students learn from being visual, auditory. Sometimes it can be both. I'm pretty much the auditory individual. If you can tell me all day long till the cows come home. If I don't see it, or or teach me how to see what you're trying to tell me, I will not get it. So I have to see it and hear it at the same time. And so I want to make my students trying to get their best abilities by their learning styles. If not, they can't find one, or they're good at one but not good at others. I want to help them better that one and also work on their weaknesses as well. Open door policy. I'm really big on this because I really want not only my players but my students to come at me anytime that they need to, as far as they have trouble with school or need extra help or anything I can do to help them better themselves on and off the field, or even in and out the classroom, as I said on my slide, that can help them better themselves for the long run. Now I want to change the lives of my students because you see a lot of guys, a lot of girls who have been in broken homes, who have been living on the street that you would normally see, is because they don't have that certain person that helps them get through that certain tribulations that they go through. You know, people go through trials and tribulations through life, and to help them have that person that they go to make the right choices will potentially just help them in every aspect of life, whether it's getting a job, whether it's going to school, like outside of high school, going to college, making the right financial choices, stuff like that, to make them understand that if you do this stuff right, you will be forever successful. All right, next slide. The importance of technology. I think the importance of technology is you gotta stay with the times. You know, people are changing nowadays. Like nowadays, you can get on the computer or on your phone or your laptop. You can find anything that you want, as far as Google, anything, any searches you can find. Bing, you can look up anything. Like some days, if I'm watching TV or reading a book and I don't know a word, I look it up, try to learn that word. Because I'm like, if you don't learn each word, if you don't try to learn something every day, you set yourself up for failure. I believe that 100%, because I want to be the one that not just trying to call myself a know-it-all, but I want to learn a whole lot of new things that can maybe help you later on in life. You know, certain things like that, and just being yourself as an individual. You want to. So many people go to a job interview, and you don't want to use. You want to talk like you've been educated. You want to talk like you've been somewhere where like they help you, and so you try to find stuff like that. Trying to read a book every now and then, or you don't know where to look it up, or just talking to somebody, or trying to get experience with someone. It really helps you in the long run. Okay, reinforcing material. What I mean by that is students like myself now. I've struggled so hard with learning material because I'm so hard at trying to understand, trying to comprehend certain things that I need to see again. Or you have an online class such like this one, where you have PowerPoints after PowerPoint after PowerPoint, and it allows you to go back to those certain PowerPoints to help you study for a test or study for exams coming up, or in high school study for a tax test or a TOS test. Like in my high school, we had study for tax tests, stuff like that. It really pounds the material through your head to make you understand what is going on. Like so the teacher can help you, but also having that material you can keep going over and over and over again can potentially help you pass that test or pass that quiz that you can really use for you. All right, next slide. Okay, well, my theory is, I got this theory because I'm currently taking teaching models with Dr. Pruitt, and we just got through talking about this module that can really help students learn. And you know, people saying that students learn at their own pace. I really think this personalized system of instruction will help you, or what they call PSI, can really help students learn. Yeah, there's some downside to it, because students who procrastinate or don't do stuff on time will hurt them in the end. But you have those students that are always on time, will always help them, or students who actually want to learn can really help. This model can really help them in the long run, because you can learn on your own. That way you don't have to have your teacher there at all times. And also, it makes you think that when you get a test in front of you, you're not so stressed out or so worried about oh, I should have studied this much more, or I should have studied this a little bit more than I should have, stuff like that. That's out of your head. So when you get the test in front of you, boom, it's a wrap. You got it over with. All right, next slide. All right, the methods I would use is sort of like a Socratic. I looked it up when I did my educational philosophy statement. Virtual classroom. I really enjoy virtual classroom because we have what is called for anatomy and physiology classes. I took this last semester. No, my sophomore year. Both semesters took anatomy 1, anatomy 2, and what we had was called Wiley Plus. And this is a virtual classroom where it has practice tests, study guides, virtual flashcards that helps you with vocabulary that you really don't understand. Even have little games on there to help you understand the material. Because a class like anatomy and physiology is a pretty tough class. You haven't taken it yourself, and so with having virtual classroom, it really helps you understand, really breaks down all the aspects or all the things that you need for that certain material or certain lesson plan to potentially help you pass the course. I've used it numerous times to help me pass the course. I've used practice tests, I've used study guides, I use all sorts of things to help me pass the course. My next thing is classroom response systems. I have used this. I've been familiarized with it because I've taken a math class in high school, and my teacher used this. Several teachers have used this response systems. So, like in math or science, to use this study for like either quizzes they have coming up, or exams, or really tough exams they have coming up, or standardized testing like we all study for. In high school, Texas high schools, they have toss and tax. I think they changed it recently, but we had what in high school was called tax test. It was a big test that we had to study for throughout the year to help us pass to get to the next grade level. I've struggled with this test numerous times because I'm not a really big test taker, and so I felt that really the classroom responses has really helped me pass my test because I really struggle with math and we really use this much in math. So it really helped me understand like what was going on as far as like just all kinds of math, like algebra, geometry, all sorts of math, and it really helps you understand. Okay, now you gotta do this. Okay, now to do that, and you put it together. Like, okay, now I see the big picture to where in the end, now I get it. Now I see how when I take the test, see how good I did. Then at the end, like boom, I got it done. I'm passed. I got it. That really helped me in the end. So I feel like that's gonna really help me with my students. So culture, like I said, technology helps students adapt to different styles of learning. Everybody got different styles, so I want them to learn their style, let alone have technology help work on their weaknesses. I'm really big on working on your weaknesses. You can work on your strengths, because your strengths is your strengths, but you also need to work on your weaknesses so you'll be that much better. And the next thing is where reinforced material for like student comprehend, because I have bad comprehension problems, like where I've struggled trying to understand something, and I just need to see a different way for me to understand it. Like I used to just work on something, or you're reading something, you're trying to say, you're taking notes, and you're reading, taking notes, like, okay, now I go to my teacher, like, okay, boom, I have this problem, can you help me? And he or she can help you. And technology may see it like a different way. So like studying or stuff like that, or seeing it in a different way, like playing games or something. It's a fun way to help you learn, or any type of virtual classrooms to help you see different ways. Or like you study anatomy, you want to learn about your kidneys and everything. So you go to anatomy, have those certain games or certain virtual classrooms or virtual labs to help you go through the kidney. Like, okay, this is this, and you use this to like, so like you try to study the kidney and you're trying to put certain words with their definition, stuff like that, to really help them. And also, the next thing, to give the students confidence of presenting in front of a classroom, say if we have a Prezi, like we use in this class, a Prezi presentation to help you understand what you're talking about throughout your presentation. So if you have a presentation and you are in trouble, you have trouble learning in the classroom, having trouble presenting in front of a class, a Prezi or a PowerPoint presentation helps you stay on track to where it's automatic. Here's my information, then also it's like, okay, now we now we understand it, or now we get it, and now you feel more confident, and now you understand to get through the presentation. You're not just as stressed as you was before when you started. All right, next slide are the changes of the student interaction. I'm really big on this because I really feel like students can help each other and they can see a different way as opposed to a teacher, because a student will ask another student before they ask a teacher. So I feel like student interaction, it gives them the confidence during in-class discussions, like big discussions with the teacher. Like you feel like you're not really as confident to where you want to ask a question or present a statement, or a teacher asking a question, you don't feel that confidence to answer it, and you feel like you're confident to know the answer. I feel like you need to better the student interaction in the classroom. So like providing confidence during discussions, either with the student and teacher, to where they understand. Also, it's really important to get that one-on-one with the teacher. That way, later on in the classroom, boom, you understand what she's wanting, or what he or she is wanting, and that way you can answer questions or help your students, help your classmates out in the long run. They provide in-the-class discussion, like I said before. Make sure students get their questions answered. The biggest thing when you have in-class discussions, like especially before a test, is students get their questions answered. I'm that person that will ask 1,000 questions to make sure I get my question answered, because I really want to make sure I'm in the best position possible to have myself either pass the course or pass that certain exam or quiz we have coming up. Because there's nothing worse than, I should have asked that question, or I should have known that. But you should have known that, because if you would have known that, you would have asked that question before then. You could have asked that question on Monday to prepare yourself for the test on Friday. So it's bigger for the students to ask questions now than to think about it and blame themselves later. So also, technology improves student interactions, because students have different ways of using technology to where it presents student interaction. So you have to deal with the technology the way they understand what they're talking about. Also, using technology in the classroom, you can put students together for a presentation. When you have a group of 5 people and they have a presentation with PowerPoint present, that technology helps them understand. All of them understand what's going on. Like you just studying your material through a PowerPoint to help you put a present together for your classroom. So you're talking about like you making a presentation for, I'm gonna use football for instance. You in the class, you do football, and your coach wants you to put a presentation together to help you to make sure you understand what you're talking about. Just for the coach, just for the fun, to make sure that you understand it's a different way. And so you put a PowerPoint together with you and your group. And then you put it together, all of them understand what they're talking about, what they want in the classroom. Therefore, it helps them in the long run. So, I'm really big on student interaction, because without having the interaction with the student or make sure they learn, you never know how the class progression is. You never know. So, student interaction is pretty big. Next slide. The week plans, the last one. The week plans for technology for everyday lesson is, okay, the first few days you go over the lesson on PowerPoint. Like day 2, day 1, day 2 you go over PowerPoint, and you're trying to try to install a certain lesson plan. Then day 2 you might have a video representation of that specific lesson. So like you're trying to teach them how like certain things happen in the body. So like what if you trying to teach PE and you trying to teach your kids how to throw a ball or throw a football, and then you have that video, you go to PowerPoint how to throw a ball or how to play a certain game through the PowerPoint. Then you have a presentation of how to throw a ball, so we're like, okay, now I get a sense of, okay, now I do this. Let alone with your in-class instructions. With this video, really hits it home to where, okay, now I get it, now they get it, and so they bring it to the front of the classroom. They ask for a volunteer to, okay, now can you show me or show us how you use this certain presentation where I use in the video? Can you explain to the class how it's done, or tell them to show everyone how it's done, or show them what's different tools, different ways you can do it to make them understand. And like the third section is, it's like the end of a lesson, getting ready for a test. So like you've been studying about the anatomy of the body, different positions of the body all day, and then you get to towards the end, like it's Thursday or Wednesday before a test, you provide virtual flashcards, or you tell them about virtual flashcards on the virtual classroom online, or you have flashcards that's on the PowerPoint or certain slides on the PowerPoint that help them study for upcoming tests. So like you talked about positions of the body, like a different position of the body, like superficial to what's the definition of that, to what's superior, or definition of that, or inferior, proximal, distal, what's the definitions of that, or different muscles of the body, what's your triceps, what is that, where's that located, or where's your glutes located, or where's your abdominal obliques located, stuff like that, to help them understand, okay, now I got this, now I'm studying this in class, I get home after class studying for my homework, and I get back the next day, and the teacher got a test in front of me, boom, I got everything I needed, boom, I got the test, hand turn it in, boom, I passed. That's all it is. And results that I'm talking about, so like certain things that I'm talking about as far as virtual classroom, virtual flashcards, it may not be as time efficient, or the availability to use certain computers, and so especially in high school, you have certain time to use computers, or have a certain availability to use computers, and might fluctuate with your lesson plan. So in conclusion, this is my lesson plan that I came up with. I'm sorry if I stumbled or paused for a certain, look over my notes, I apologize. This is my lesson plan. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful, and I thank you for taking your time out today to look at it. Thank you.